here for the final series of the day between x-kom and NOREG. You're watching the GOCASE challenge. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We are here for this final series. We've got 500 plus people here just to watch the night round, so I'm excited about that. We've had two exciting series of Counter-Strike today. Obviously, that previous one being quite a, well, almost an upset even, between Existence and LDLC. In fact, no, it was Existence and, where's my brain gone? My brain is absolutely destroyed. It was obviously Singularity in that previous series, and Singularity will be joining LDLC in our semi-finals. Ponchek going straight upwards, and big play with the CZ75 up first. He even escapes there temporarily, doing a lot of damage on the outset. Obviously, Marcelius, last player alive, stuck on this B-bomb site, has to battle his way out, and there's an opening headshot. I feel like this series could be quite close. x-kom trying to wrap around, and against the Glocks, it's very difficult, but they are going to find that shot and the round. A nice start on the CT side of Train here, and of course, obviously looking for them to have a good Train here today, x-kom. It's a map that they do play a hell of a lot of. It's also their pick here, with Overpass being the next map today. That's going to be NOREG's pick. So two maps that x-kom can definitely compete on. And then the last, if we get there, is going to be Dust 2, added back into the map pool. Very, very late notice, of course. Dust 2 being the most recent addition of this map pool, and a lot of online tournaments just putting it straight back into the active duty, deciding that our teams say they probably already know how to play this one. T-Tech down into Pop Dog. He's looking to do the damage here today. Obviously, with that MP9, you get the extra kill bonus. You want to be the player really going for those initial engagements. You can see he's down playing close range as well. Not good range on this weapon. Be rotating into that scout. You can see that Soon has that angle locked down. They're pushing into Ivy right now. They've got 4 players towards this side of the map. Going to be funneled into this M4. Big spray down as Texec finds 3 there. Soon is well able to chip him with the pistol. So a good round from x-kom. And they don't lose any players in that second, in that follow-up. Spray down there. Obviously, the opening gun round doing a lot of damage with that MP9. Hard training it back, and he says back in chat. Long. Big play with the MP9 to even get any frags. Obviously, x-kom. Oh, big flick there. Soon landing that shot. Didn't even really see anybody. There's Texec to pick up the pieces. And just Zevas left. AK-47 1 versus 3. Going to be eliminated there. Double AK and a scout through to this 4th round. Obviously, this has been a great opening for the Poles, wanting to just keep the run of form that we've seen from x-kom going. We've seen x-kom in a couple of the tournaments that we've been casting as of late. You get to know them pretty well. The more of them you cast, it's the nades come in, and there's Texec with 1 and 2, just lightning through, even destroying his teammate. Zevas finding a frag there, and pick up AK-47, but not for long. It's x-kom who've seemed incredibly convincing at the start of this map. Now what can NOREG do? Can they do something? Now they have rifles in their hands. No AWP on Marcelius, but everybody else, they've got the AK-47s. They've got exactly what they want in hand. So soon he has the AK-47 in hand, of course. He's actually got the AWP in hand. The weapon that you want to see from him, and the nice peek out, the bait from Petitec working perfectly. And looking to put maybe 5 rounds on the board. This would be a good 5-0 start for x-kom. On the CT side of Train, exactly what you're looking out for. You kind of want these faster starts. A man down already for NOREG. And of course, x-kom, they've had a couple of very convincing matches here at the GOCASE Challenge so far. They made it through 3-0 in the groups. So they're going to be feeling extremely confident coming through to the best of 3s, that they can at least take 2 before NOREG can make a map up. They've been pretty decent in the Legend Series as well, another tournament that we host. x-kom, definitely a good team. Yeah, they're going to push right out into Petitec's AK-47 crossfire. They know that Ponchek's up top as well, so the flashes rain through, and he's not going to actually land any of those shots accurately just yet. There's still a man up, though, and Ponchek him from behind. The flicks come through, and it's just x-kom and Marcelius left. x-kom playing up close, and there's the AK-47 headshot. Needs to do a lot of damage onto Marcelius, but it's another round for x-kom, and another fairly convincing round. They don't really look too pressured just yet. Just the bomb going down. Nothing really else to talk about too much. This has been a good start for the Poles. I'm enjoying this from them. And of course, 5 AK-47s onto NOREG once again, wanting to keep the pressure applied, especially considering they just got that bomb down. So that's a little extra linings to their pockets, and going to be going for the split execute. You see Soon trying to get aggressive with the AWP. Ponchek getting aggressive as well. Oh, Soon misses that opening shot. x-kom's able to capitalize, and x-kom, he's the one player that you really want to see step up. He has been such a pivotal player. Nice spray straight through the smoke. Marcelius finding that opener. 5-0 on the board. You're hoping that NOREG at least do something on this T side. They've still got a lot of time left, though, so it's not too bad. Got 10 rounds left of this T side to play with. Goofy there, finding the shots. Just as 3 players on NOREG left, as they do chip in a lot of frags right there. x-kom need to level up the numbers here, and that Molotov going to stop Ha from going for the push, and he's going to lose a bit of HP in that firefight, quite literally a firefight. Ponchek loses his face, and it's only Goofy left who does drop down to 0. 5-1 here, as NOREG do get onto the scoreboard. Nice start from them. Marcelius selling the AWP, and Petitec's only going to take 1 for his troubles before getting traded back. Straight right up ladder towards Brownhalls. Lots of coverage towards the B side of things here, as x-kom with the AK-47 just maybe closing in a little bit. Quite a fast approach from NOREG right off the bat, with a whole minute left. And x-kom, they've conserved pretty much all of their nades for this initial push, and they're going to get used. I like conserving these nades for the re-entries, and Texek stuck in the corner, going to hit those shots, but Marcelius, he's got an AWP in his hand, and with the bomb down, this is very doable for him. If he can hit this shot onto Ponchek right here, he's able to, get into the corner! No, Ponchek lands the shot just in time. That's going to shut down the NOREG economy. They're going to have about $2,500 to work with on their 5 players each. But most importantly, a 6th round on the board, and NOREG just being held back at 1. They're so far behind here. So pistols for NOREG. A bit of follow-up investment just to level out that cash. A couple of nades as well, so they're not down and out of this round, but if they can't beat x-kom with weapons, it's going to be a very difficult task to be able to do it against a full buy with only the pistols to work with. They're playing this Ivy setup again, which has yielded their only result so far. I like their Ivy setup, playing 3 players towards this and then the split elsewhere with 1 player towards main and another towards Pop Dog. Especially when x-kom's playing a more passive setup and they're going to give a lot here. So the push comes through and the kills come in. T-Tech really has to hold this down. He's got players behind, flips onto him. And it's headshots for T-Tech all round as Croman tries to get out the M4. Does that just in time. Wants to eliminate soon. Does just that. He's on a triple kill. And he's up against Ponchek, who's closing into this angle. Gets this bomb down, but Ponchek, he's closing in ever so closer. As this kill comes in. Croman, a quad kill again from the Norwegian star. Another frag, and that is an 8th on the board for him, and a 2nd round for NOREG. Really saved there, as x-kom are going to be forced back to the ecos for the first time. Oh no, they're going to go for the buy round, just as I say that. x-kom not wanting to give away bonus rounds to the Norwegians. This could mean one or two things. x-kom could just be feeling supremely confident. That nade stack onto Goofy, though, is probably going to halt that confidence somewhat. He's down to 5 HP before he even gets any action. Headshot from Croman again. He has been the star player this tournament and continuing his run in the playoffs. He's on 9 frags right now, and he's continuing this form straight through to the A site in this round. Oh, the Snade might actually find a frag. Eliminates Goofy. Goofy's one of the most pivotal players to eliminate here. I'd say between Goofy and Soon. x-kom have got quite a few star players for this tier 2 level of play. They can take some maps off the best. We saw that at V4 Future Festival recently. x-kom could certainly compete. They weren't just brushed straight out of that tournament. And here online, they are amongst the very best here. So T-Tech, AK-47 in hand, trying to save it on through to the next. x-kom probably not going to go for a buy up around this. And NOREG really getting onto the board here. I thought it looked fairly convincing in the first 6, with NOREG maybe just trying to feel out this defense, work out what x-kom were doing before they get properly onto the board. Croman does spot out T-Tech here and doesn't manage to land that headshot in the final moments. So, a 3rd round for NOREG, a save for x-kom. They managed to save that AK-47 at least. And it's all about working out a play around this AK-47. Whatever they can do, it has to be... Oh, he is just getting aggressive with it, and I think he's going to get caught off guard here. Croman, oh, pops him. Straight elimination. Look at him lie down on that blue train. Soon trying to grab the AK-47. Croman's got no idea that he actually killed the AK player there, I don't think. He didn't see Petitek's head armor. He had no head armor. Nevertheless, one tap with the AK-47 is always going to yield good consequences. Not for the person on the receiving end, of course. A site control for x-kom. And NOREG taking control of A. It's the bomb down. And in this 10th, NOREG have really started to step up over the last couple of rounds. x-kom really going to sleep. I don't think that they've really even found many kills over the last 5. With only that one with the defuse coming through. So, trying to keep hold of that AK-47. Soon's probably going to be able to do that.
Terrorists win.
So, NOREG, their money is looking fantastic right now. Look at Marcelius up on almost 11,000. The other 4 members of NOREG not struggling whatsoever with their cash. It's x-kom on the receiving end of a battering here as far as the economy is concerned. NOREG really stepping up. And remember, this is x-kom's map pick as well, so we'd be expecting them to have a decent T side, but it's all about that CT side right now. They've got to put double digits on the board if they want a good hand here, but it might be NOREG just storming on through, and it looks like they're already going for the save. They know that NOREG have this B-bomb site, they just want to keep hold of the rifles, and that was an incredibly fast round again for NOREG. Getting that opening frag onto Ponchek. Ponchek really struggling near the bottom of the scoreboard, only on 5 frags so far in the first 11 rounds. You don't often see the save call come in that quick. On the CT side of Train, it's all about having good economy. You know that you can make something work with 4 rifles, so why not save them? You've thrown that save towards the T-spawn. And going to be keeping all 4 alive without NOREG really going for anything massive. So here's a tactical pause for x-kom. Just confirming that it's tactical in chat. They kind of need it right now. 5 out of the last 6 rounds going the way of NOREG on their T side here on Train. This is really not looking too good. For these Norwegians. And by that I mean it's not looking too good for the x-kom side, for the Polish side. Obviously, a buy round here. They've got the AWP, quad M4s, and an AW3 and quad rifles on the NOREG side as well. So here we go. x-kom just taking every moment of that tactical as it ticks down. Waiting for both teams to unpause here. NOREG really shouldn't be feeling too pressured. They've already got as many rounds as they really need on this T side. Permitting a 10-5 scoreline would mean that they would probably need the pistol on top of that. Otherwise, they'd just be way too many rounds down. Both teams ready. And back into the last portion of the first half here on Train with x-kom and NOREG. Really fighting tooth and the nail. This has been a tale of two halves so far, with x-kom being dominant in the first half and NOREG now holding all the cards. x-kom, headshots galore. There's Marcelius as well for another one. And the round over in the first 10 seconds. Instant defeat for x-kom. They get absolutely slaughtered there. And it's just an absolute beatdown. There's x-kom for another one. Soon trying to do the down. Har actually peeks into that scope. That was a funny moment, but 1 versus 2 here, and NOREG kind of do have to be careful about this. This could definitely work out for him as he's finding frags left, right, and center. Just x-kom left. He's going to catch him out in midair. So the scoreline closed up, 6-6. As x-kom, what are you going to do? Obviously, saving in the previous means that they've got enough money to go for a buy here. Lining down this angle. There's a second from him as well. Only 1 bullet left, so has to go for the reload. There's the backtrack. Har just playing from behind. And x-kom, oh, the communication's horrible. He's able to eliminate 3 with the help of Zevis there. Now a 2 versus 2. The bomb is dropped. T-Tech is there for the cross. Now he's stuck up in no man's land, waiting for the rotate from Ponchek. A long one coming through from behind. And Zevis, another 1 versus 2 for him. Almost doing one in the previous round, but T-Tech playing up top. Going to be able to eliminate him. Good timing on the repeak. And there's an AK pickup as well. So x-kom back on this scoreboard. And just look at this double from TechSec. Just holding it down. Wastage of a lot of ammo there, but does leap around the corner for the backtrack. And this is the lineup from x-kom. This is really what we're talking about. Just a big double. I'm sure he would have been able to find 3 if Zevis hadn't have chipped in, but x-kom gets naded to pieces there. Does find a shot in the meantime. So NOREG, a nice opener. And that nade's going to connect as well, so NOREG really holding a lot of the equity in this round. Zevis hitting the headshot. It's 4 players from NOREG closing in towards the A-bomb site. They've got that Molotov down, and Zevis just bouncing about. Elimination from Ponchek. Har trading it back. And 3 versus 2 here. As Goofy and TechSec levels it back to a 1 versus 2. Goofy, maybe the star player on this x-kom side, now needs to live up to his name. The AWP poised to take advantage of this cross. And Goofy hasn't revealed his position just yet, but on Train there are so many angles to really peek. He needs to find these for opening frags fast. And with Marcelius just holding it down with the AWP, Goofy rotating his way in. Bit of trigger discipline there. Did spot him out. There's the peek in. And oh, the second! Goofy finds them both. Beautiful clutch. And that's x-kom back on the scoreboard. They might be able to salvage this half after all. 1v2s aren't easy to come by on Train, but when you make something like this work, it really stands up tall. And I called him maybe the star player of this x-kom side, but living up to that reputation here. Ponchek having to get out the MP9 in this final round of the half. Obviously, AK-47s and an AWP from the NOREG side. They're taking this one a little bit faster. Nades inwards, and T-Tech going to take that one on the chin. Down to 62. NOREG going for this classic B execute once again. Something that they've done a couple of times now. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go for it again and again. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, said someone once, I'm sure. It's very famous. Soon, with a double there, just lining them up top. Croman eliminated one of the key players of this NOREG side down. And x-kom seem reinvigorated and rejuvenated off the back of that 1 versus 2 from Goofy. Just enlightened to go for these peaks. And there's the final frag. So a 9-6 half here for x-kom. Looking good as we go forward to the second. And this is a pretty even scoreline. You'd be hoping to see 9-6, 10-5. But we end at 9-6. This is looking good for x-kom. Second half here, as x-kom obviously looking good. We want to be seeing what they can do in this initial pistol, though. This is incredibly important for both teams. I'd say, especially if you're behind. For NOREG, this one is important, because you don't want to be allowing x-kom to get onto those latter rounds early. 12-6, 13-6, you don't want to be allowing that to happen. And on the CT side of Train, on the CT side of any map, if you lose your economy, you can instantly lose these rounds, be put on the back foot and forced backwards. 6 is a nice enough buffer to be able to take this one back, though. And remember, this is x-kom's map pick, so NOREG certainly could get onto the scoreboard early here. I'd be expecting 3 maps for this series. I think that a lot of people would probably be expecting 3 maps for this one, with both teams having kind of shaky map pools. I'd say if any team's going to really take it 2-0, closing this map out early would be fairly important. I'd be saying that more so to NOREG than to x-kom, because I think x-kom have shown us pretty decent proficiency so far, but we unfortunately don't get to see NOREG as much as I see x-kom, so I have a little less to judge them off. Expertise doesn't run so deep with this Norwegian side, but obviously just a surplus of talent in Norway. Very slow round from x-kom here on the pistol. Now the push coming through. Marcelius able to line up that one. He's got to be wary from behind, though. This push now coming in, and soon able to only wrap up one. Marcelius is doing damage now. It's x-kom to chip in, chime in. All 5 frags come through, and that's a 10th round for them, up to double digits. And that's when a team starts to seem fairly scary, when they're up on these higher rounds, up on these latter rounds. Ponchek just playing up close and personal with the UMP. Over towards the B side of things, you can see NOREG just falling back. I think it's quite important that Goofy is playing alone with the bomb towards Ivy. You won't always see this. I think you'll be seeing a player join him. I really don't like this setup from x-kom right now. It can be very easily countered by a quick flash push out Ivy that you'd often see on these second rounds after losing the pistol. You'd often go for maybe a couple of pop flashes over towards Ivy, eliminate, and then you've got the bomb down. You've got an AK-47 in your hand, and you're able to just play tower defense on that C4. However, they're about to push into this four-man defense on towards the A site. They've got players front and back. As the attacks do come through, these Deagles are very dangerous. And Akez absolutely proving it. 2 frags there, finally going down. The UMPs proving superior. Soon trying to clamber back to that AK-47. Has he even found it? Did he grab that AK there? I don't know if he even did. I think there's still one on the floor back in T main. But from behind, it's going to be Croman last alive. He's going to go down an 11th for x-kom here on train. And remember, the next map coming up, it's going to be Overpass. So we've seen both teams play a little bit of Overpass. I'd say NOREG, that would be a better map for them. I like that they picked Overpass, a much more tactical map. Allows them to really play that team-orientated defense. This is something that we saw from NOREG the other week on the A side. It's a firing range for x-kom. The AK-47 rattles them away, and 12-6 here before the opening gun round. Five sets of M4A4s for NOREG, no AWP. And Marcelius kind of, he doesn't really live and die off this weapon, but he certainly does thrive when you put an AWP in his hands. Deprived of that possibility and opportunity, it's instead going to be x-kom soon with that AWP threat. He's going to be throwing it towards the A side of things. I think he's going to rotate back into main. Didn't want to go for a fast peek and pick this time, in fear that maybe Marcelius had one, in fear of the nade stack as well. There's quite a bit preventing you from going for these fast picks on train. It makes it fairly CT-sided, sorry. And it means that you can't just go for the rushes straight out. Nades and choke points are very narrow. Pretty much all the choke points onto, all 5 choke points onto both the bomb sites are all very narrow, in fact. Now they're making their push in. And Ponchek going to be the first man to maybe try and find this frag. Lots of damage done, but NOREG chip back. A nice convincing round, and it leaves only Soon left. Misses those shots. And it's Croman and Akez to peek and push in once again. Now only 5 rounds behind for NOREG. Oh, and this is a tactical pause here. So despite doing no damage in that previous round, x-kom deciding to go for an early tack and thinking that they can apply the pressure right here, right now, will really do the dirty, do the damage. Observer saying, hello, Observer. Welcome back. They're welcoming back the Observer. Lots of respect. That's what I want to see. Easy for Ents. Easy for Ents. I remember when Havu used to be decent as well. Tox, Wox. Havu were on like a 24 map streak or something absolutely bonkers online. They won like a LAN tournament without dropping any maps, and then an online tournament without dropping any maps at the same time. And they were like 20 maps up or something crazy. And then obviously a bit of roster turbulence for Havu, and that's pretty much how it all pans out. So, 20th round. And Goofy finding that opener. Croman trying to get aggressive. When you're a star player like Croman, you have to really give him the space to try and make plays like that. Marcelius does chip one back, but it's traded right back in the favor of x-kom here. They are 2-1 up in this round. And if they break this bye here, they could be up onto 14, 15 rounds before NOREG can really get back onto the scoreboard. You can see Zevis and Ha on 5 and 4 frags. This is a terrible start for them, and they're two of the players still alive. So they're going to have to put some frags on the board right now if they want to stop and slow down. x-kom Ha only manages the one. Akez trying to chime in as well, but gets naded, mollied back. He can't make any ground onto the A site. And x-kom have it all salvaged, all wrapped up. Bow tie on the parcel. This is going to be a 13th round. A 2 versus 3 though. For Akez and Zevis. I'm sure the x-kom aren't going to give this one away. Ponchek's actually playing quite aggressive, so Zevis going to find an instant headshot, almost a follow-up. That was fast and furious from him. And Goofy's got this angle lined up. Tevek with the closer. Nice double there. And a 13th round for x-kom. They're going to shut down NOREG here. They're not going to have much money. I think they'll probably go for a quasi at least. And this one probably pistols and armor. No, it's going to be the full buy here. So Famis is out. No real nades. You see, 3 smokes, 4 smokes now. No Molotovs on this CT side. You need Molotovs for the early portions of the round especially. And I think that x-kom might go for something a little faster here to really punish this. So if you're playing the T-side of Nuke, for instance, you know that your opponents don't have Molotovs, you're probably going to go for an A-rush. For x-kom here, they don't need to force the issue, but with only 2 smokes left, NOREG have no counter flashes for this one. They've got to hit this all on the firing range. Goofy doesn't get spotted off on that angle. NOREG going for a fairly aggressive setup on the A site. You can see that they're playing fairly aggressive here. And Akez with the M4, just really waiting for this to come through. AK's on 4 players for x-kom. And you can see NOREG with triple Famis. Oh no! The Mac-10 chips in. He's able to run out with a Famis. And he's trying to do the damage. Nice trade up by Marcelius there, who hits the follow-up flick. And a third! Marcelius doing the damage here. They're all pouring in. Oh, Lord, to the Norwegian superstar here. Might be an ace. Petitek can hear him here, but it's going to be a double entry for him. Zevis likely going to trade in, but Marcelius doing all the damage there. A huge quad kill. x-kom just funneling into this position, and it's just lining up for him. A firing range, a shooting range, duck hunt. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for him on the quad. And it's x-kom shut down once again, wanting to apply the pressure once more, going for pistols, couple of nades, couple of rifles. One minute 20 on the board, and x-kom just holding pretty back and passive towards the A site. Probably going to be going for a solid execute with the 5 sets of smokes. They're going to be tossing them over right now. There's the smoke for connector from Ponchek. Going to be throwing them in. Going to cut off a lot of visual. The wall of smokes play often to just try and get the bomb down, but obviously x-kom have their sights set on taking this round in its entirety. There's TechSec with a pair of kills. Oh, and the follow-up! TechSec, what a flick! What a kill! Zevis! He's gone! And now Goofy, he's chasing down Croman, only on 15 HP. He's going to be caught in the crossfire. TechSec with a quad kill. Shuts the CTs down, and this might be a round in the map for x-kom early. There's Marcelius with the AWP, looking to battle his way back onto this bomb site. We've seen him with big plays before, but TexX already got 4. He's going to have to back off here. A 14th round for the Poles. Said and done here. Goofy's going to definitely blow up. That's not a corner you can sit in. Marcelius keeps the AWP. And look at this flick. He's on the reload right now, and there it goes. He's turned around and straight up, precise headshot. Wrecked. Zeverset trading it inwards and goes straight in with the bomb. So Marcelius can now hold down this angle, and x-kom have to make it work. Where are the smokes though? They need to come in right now, and they salvaged that C4, and now they can go back to the A site. You can see that TexX is actually waiting for his teammates to re-engage into this one, but he doesn't need to. There's nobody actually playing towards his side of things. Marcelius is playing an aggressive angle up top. And a 3 versus 3, Marcelius needs to hit a shot here. He's stuck behind the glass as well, but this is still a one-tap potential. Oh, for TexX as well. Lands that headshot. 2 versus 3. Nakes almost stuck on the ladder, able to battle it back out, but it's a double spray there for TexX. Once again, another triple kill for him, and that's 15 on the board for the Poles. NOREG did look like they were possibly gonna maybe do some damage here, but again, it's x-kom shutting it down. One frag through, there's Ha. As they traded inwards, TexX with another pair of frags. This is him doing all the work here, just closing out this map in spectacular fashion. This is just outrageous stuff from him. Just Croman left. That's TexX with 10 frags in 3 rounds, putting him, cementing his place right at the top of the scoreboard. He's almost 30 bombing with 29 kills in 24 rounds. This map could be over unless Croman can pull back a 1 versus 2. They're 7 rounds behind. There's the Molotov as well to close him out of this one. He's not got a kit. No real time left. And oh, there's a nade. Oh, they're going to pop it in. Boom! Down to 74. They seem to know exactly where Croman's playing for, and he gets eliminated 16-8. That's x-kom pushing us forth to a second map early. The second map is going to be Overpass. It's coming up in about 10 minutes, but what was that from TexX? Last couple of rounds. If he can carry on his form just like that into Overpass, which is a very individually biased map, he could really push this x-kom side through to the semi-finals over in 2 maps. We'll see you in about 10 minutes for the second match of the day. Don't go very far. Go grab yourself a cup of coffee and we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Why should we stay here when we could run free? Who would we be if you weren't with me? No, I'm never going home again. We're like animals in the dark. Where we live, I make pretend. Let's get lost forever. Why should we stay here when we could run free? Who would we be if you weren't with me? No, I'm never going home again. We're like animals in the dark. Where we live, I make pretend. We're lost forever. We're lost forever. We're lost forever. We're like animals in the dark. No, I'm never going home again. We're like animals in the dark. Where we live, I make pretend. Let's get lost forever. We're like animals in the dark. We're like animals in the dark.
Hello, welcome back everybody to our prime time series of the night. It's our last series after all, approaching 9:30 here in Germany. I think we've been on the air for, 7.5 hours since 2 o'clock today. So we are approaching the final hours of today's broadcast. Thanks for joining us. And a big thank you to the people who have been watching many of the games today. We've got 650 people in the chat watching this final matchup of the day. Obviously an exciting one between x-kom and NOREG. Probably one of the, well, definitely one of the better games that we've had so far in the playoffs. That ninth round has just happened. I think it's NOREG to be starting on that CT side. Of course, on Overpass, you'd be expecting maybe NOREG to have a better performance here. It is their map pick. With Dust 2 coming up next as a third and final map. It'll be the first time I've cast the first Dust 2. We're seeing it played a lot more now. Over the last couple of days, really. It's just been reintroduced into the map pool, and a lot of teams really wanting to perhaps give it a chance, even over some of the older maps. Maybe wanting to give it a chance over Nuke, wanting to give it a chance previously over Cobble, which was one of the lesser played maps. I'd say that Overpass right now is a lesser played map as well. I'm always excited to see Overpass straight into the A site this time. It's a B push for x-kom, and they are going to just jump straight on with NOREG No real response. Zevis from behind is going to be able to land a single headshot, but x-kom already have this bomb down and they're taking control under. It's hard to only find one and then get traded straight back out, and these USBs, oh, they're changing straight onto this side. Just Petite left, and Croman's going to be able to end him as well. 2k for him, starting this one off strong. And I like that from NOREG. They obviously had that all sussed out. We've seen them play this very passive approach on the B site before, with maybe just one player pincered towards heaven, waiting for the pushes to come through. Tried to take a couple of taps on in, maybe land a headshot or two. If not, that's fine. We'll just go for the re-entry. We'll go for the solid retake, which they managed to pull off. x-kom not going for the buy in this second. This follow-up, not needing to apply the pressure, of course. Going to be maybe pushing this one as a faster round with minimal investment. CZ75 on one. There's a P250 on two other men. And waiting for NOREG to maybe make a mistake. Move themselves into connector. You'd maybe often play an SMG towards this side of the map, but this time there is no SMG on that CT side. Oh, there is actually. Ha's got a UMP, so there's no MP9s or any of those shenanigans. Maybe this is going to be anticlimactic with no armor, but on any of the 5 x-kom players, they need to Marcelius lines them up, easy round. x-kom, no real care in waiting. That's 2-0 on the board. So, AK's all round for x-kom, likely going to be this B hit. You can see NOREG taking control of toilets. They're pushing forward. This is why I like Overpass so much, is on the CT side, you can get more aggressive. You can push right through onto Fountain. You can get right in the T's face. It's all about map control. And now x-kom going to go for what should be just a solid B execute. They're a little light on the nades, though. They haven't got any HEs to force anybody out. They've not got any Molotovs, most importantly. So Soon's entry kill is very crucial. That counter smoke not going to actually land. And Zevis has to hit another one. And oh, nice two-piece from him. Going to be stuck back here, though. And that flashbang going to kind of make temporarily. Maybe even going to go for the boost here. You can see that he's kind of prompting for it. And a couple of additional flashes for x-kom as these AK-47s need to hit their marker now. This is a crucial round for x-kom. They want to get into this half early, and this is the only way to do it. Headshot for Petite down below as he sprays all three, eliminates NOREG. They're no more. 2-1 x-kom. Fast onto the board here, and look at this. It's all Petite from below. Could have been a 1 versus 3 here. Just... So, 2-1. Beautiful from T-Tech there. You see, he's got 5 frags. The rest of his team have 1 frag so far. So, he is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here early on Overpass. Good quad kill in the previous. And of course, it's all about what they can do against these pistols. I don't want to see them lose any AK-47s here. You need to be seeing x-kom taking these series convincingly. I love Polish CS. Making their way up long now. You can see a pretty heavy long presence and A presence from both x-kom and NOREG. all 4 players on the A site, and x-kom aren't getting any information elsewhere. So normally, Overpass, it's all about getting that info, jump peeking over towards the B site, spotting out how many people are over there, seeing the nades come on through, but this time that's not happening. They've got to check this left angle to Kroman. Ponchek's so close. And he's not going to check it, so Kroman leaps out, AK-47 in hand, and he might be about to spoil this party. Just Goofy left, and this is a 1 versus 2, a horrible round from x-kom. They need to get saved once again. This will be his second 1 versus 2 of the series. Maybe going back for this bomb. Observer joining the spectator skin, just spoiling the moment. There's another frag, looking for Kroman here. Knows exactly where he's playing from, so we can go for this passive bomb plant. Doesn't need to do anything all too funny or cheeky, but Kroman's actually backing off and going for the backtrack with the AK-47. And without any kit, he's going to be very pressed for time here. I like Kroman's initiative, and I like his intuition, but Goofy's done just such a next level play by moving on to long. This is where Kroman was spotted from earlier. He's not got the bomb planted for him, but there's no kit, and now he's going to be able to make his way up. Oh, and he's got this right. He wins it anyway. Even if Kroman found that frag, there'd have been no time for that defuse. And a second round locked up. That's how to play a 1 versus 2 flawlessly. 101 lessons from Goofy. Five AK setup again for x-kom. Not preferring to get a sniper rifle out this early. No kill coming through there. Obviously, a little spooked by the door opening, but nobody's going to find anything. Just a little bit of damage onto the digressing Ha. There's Texec just pushing out all alone. Did work for him on train towards the end of that map, but here, not going to be anything to really shout and scream about. One thing to point out is NOREG, this is their map pick. You'd obviously be expecting them to have a couple of tricks up their sleeve for the T side. They did have a good T side on train, so I'd be expecting NOREG to win this if they take more than 8-9 rounds. More than that would be pretty decent. So, with the man down, they're right on towards the A site here. Kroman and Marcelius just pince it back. And Aka's going to get caught in the back. Marcelius to swing and find just the one with the AWP. But he's at the back of this site, and there's another flick. It's the good fake from x-kom, but they are a couple of men down here, and I don't think they're even going to be able to get this bomb down. You see Petitek all out in the open. Finally, that C4 does get planted, but of course, Zevis can spot the shadow from that top angle. And as soon as Zoom peeks, he's right into his grave. A little shallow one as well. As NOREG going to put a third on the board. 2-3. And this is x-kom kind of trading rounds. They need to be finding a couple more frags in these rounds that they're losing, though, because you know that NOREG aren't really being forced to eco here at all. x-kom probably going to be throwing a faster round in here. They've got 2 CZs and 3 AK-47s. Double flash on Zoom, double flash on Ponchek. And Petitek. Going to be the rush. As that, oh, no smoke. Oh, there's a smoke to extinguish that Molotov. And they're straight outwards. So still stuck at this choke point. And Zevis going to absolutely annihilate them. Big double spray down. Kroman's there for a double of his own. And Texec only on 3 HP. No hope in hell. A triple kill from Kroman there. And that was just x-kom sat in that choke point. I think they were waiting for a member of NOREG to peek fairly aggressively so they could all charge him down. But NOREG confident to play the picking game from afar. And that is 4-2 here. Marcelius picking apart that first man. Just the pistols for x-kom in this 7th. Likely going to be a 5th. They all going to lemmy the way through the Molotov. And Zevis has this back angle as well, so soon he's going to get found out. Another clean anti-eco for the NOREG side. They've really done a number on x-kom now. They're 5-2 up, and now we really need to see something from the Poles. What is this Molotov? This is an aggressive Molotov towards Fountain to go for this aggressive push. It was a little bit late. Nevertheless, x-kom not going to aggressive and make their way to that side of the map early. And it lets NOREG know that it's probably going to be a B-orientated attack. And x-kom don't really have any intel just yet. Nobody pushed towards Fountain for either team. This is a setup that we saw x-kom play in the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th rounds of this game. And a bit of a spray duel. Not really won by either side. Soon a little bit lower, I guess, but not going to be of any avail. This push about to come in. But you can see that NOREG, they've got 2 players stacked towards this side of things. You've got Zevis up top as well. So 3 players on the B side to be able to handle this attack. Should be an easy take for NOREG, but they're losing players here. And another man spotted jumping down into water. Zevis is in a lot of danger and gets eliminated by the sprayer Petitec. Now a 4 versus 2. The smokes are in, and x-kom have an ironclad defense on this B-bomb site. Marcelius does catch one peeking, but the smokes are still placed, and it means that Akez cannot really engage. This Marcelius going to back off with the AWP. Pretty much know that he's got an AWP in his hands. Absolutely know. He found a frag this round as well. But even without that, you've got to be certain that this late into the half, this is the prime time for the AWP on the CT side to be whipped out. And Marcelius not going to be strapped for cash here. You can see how much money the NOREG side have after a string of very convincing rounds. x-kom only found 2 frags altogether in the 3 rounds preceding that one. So not a lot of kills when they're not winning the rounds. However, they have taken 3 out of the last 8. Oh, and an instant frag for Goofy there. Assisted by the spray down. Croman, a big influential star player, gone. And that's an opening if I ever saw one. NOREG now got to play from a man down, and it might be time to turtle onto both of these bomb sites, playing the 2-2 setup. And with the man down, you've got to be looking to go towards the A site if you're x-kom, or at least going for an execute onto B. So I'd like to see x-kom maybe play this one a little bit faster, but Zevis going to catch soon, just sitting there. You'd often be seeing an AWP really re-engage into those angles as well if you're a man down. So from x-kom, they're going to go for the pop splash through. Goofy going to... Oh, he's actually going to go in blind. Hard going to hit the double spray down. x-kom missing a flash there down below. And Hard needs to be taken advantage of. Finally eliminated as this bomb is going to get dropped. Marcelius going for the tags through the box. Not going to hit. T-Tech just trying to line up this head glitch angle, but Marcelius has the AWP. This is a great weapon to have for this long-distance engagement. Depends how long this fight goes on for, but Petitec swings, and TechSec finishes it off. x-kom steal away their 4th. looking at chat, not a lot going on right now. You can remember to ask your questions if you want to say anything. I'm here for the whole time. And obviously this match paused. It's going to be the follow-up buy for both teams, of course. NOREG finally getting to the bottom of their bank. x-kom taking 2 in a row. This is what you need on the T side. You need consecutive wins. And, oh, wait a minute. This is a technical, so... Oh, no, this is attack. He even said tack, so... The admin, goofing out. Someone get the admin a coffee. Can we get the admin a coffee, please? Thanks. Yeah, we're going to get him a coffee. A Monster Energy, a drink. Yeah, in the third best of 3 of the day, so we can kind of excuse him for that one. It's not a big deal. So what is oh no, it is a tactical. Oh, I'm even making the mistake. I thought it was a technical for a second. I was like, what is the technical pause then? Well, what's wrong? But it was a tactical. They said tactical. They've just had the tactical. They know that they're 1 away from breaking this NOREG buy. And if x-kom can take this round, this would be the half on a silver platter for them. They'd have the little dome on the top of the platter as well. The food would be steaming hot, ready to chew down on. Delicious stuff. But NOREG have a full buy-in for this one. 4 sets of smokes just being tossed out now. There's still a Molotov on Croman, but only one. Oh, that was a close shot. Soon, just an inch away. And with 1 minute 10 left on the clock, can x-kom chomp in towards one of these bomb sites? You've got Akez playing on long. You'd usually be noticing the AWP play this angle. Nice spray down there, bo3. That's exactly the same duel that's been happening most of these rounds. Neither player hitting. I'd be reevaluating my approach on that. I'd be training those little angles. I don't think many players are actually go and look at where you're actually firing and get that angle really nailed in. See, oh, that one certainly was. bo3 takes a lot of damage for that firefight. Down to 2 HP. That was almost a straight up frag now. Hart trying to chip his way in, but bo3's got to find him anyway on 2 HP. Finds that frag. And now Marcelius, nobody's going to even cross here, so he's going to be stuck out in the open with his AWP. And he's taken a bit of damage from that Molotov. Going to be forced back. There's another Molotov going to be extinguished by the smoke. And now it's down to Akez, Marcelius, and Croman on this retake. I think that they should really save in this one. But Ponchek's going to now hammer these nails in the coffin. Close up the scoreline. And this is surely going to be x-kom taking a lead. That's 3 in a row for them. bo3 on 13 frags. He is by far and away the leader here on this server. We saw, I think, maybe he's found the majority of these rounds so far. MVPs aren't really much to go by, but he's got 2 of them. 2 MVPs. That's what matters. Don't kid yourselves, guys. Welcome, Erland. Erland talking in the chat. What energy drink do I prefer, says Erland. He's actually asking me questions now. I like a bit of original Monster Energy, if I'm perfectly honest. They can send us some if they want. I'll drink it on air every day. I drink a Monster Energy a map if they paid me to do it. In fact, I would do that without being paid. You know what? Drink a Monster Energy a map. Send the Monster Energy my way and I'll drink it. That's the deal. Like, cut the BS. I'm going to drink your Monster Energy if you send it to me. 5 to 5. It's a lovely drink. I think it's the best tasting energy drink by far. I'm like in love with that stuff. I don't drink it too often, but it's like whenever we got it in the fridge, I might give it a go. I'll tell you what, I was actually going to go and get a Monster Energy earlier between maps, but first we didn't have time, and then second, I'm in Germany where all the shops are closed. They just close all the shops for bank holidays. They close everything. The only country in the world that does it. And just everything's closed. Like, you wanna buy food? You don't want to die today? It's closed. Can't do it. Kills coming through for x-kom. Trying to make this one competitive. Zevis able to get the spray down as the M4s are chipping through. Only Ponchek left, and NOREG back onto the scoreboard with this 0 investment in this round. The time's going to tick down to 0. You can see Ponchek's not going to have any chance in this one. Going to be wanting to keep hold of the AK-47. It's going to be the 5 AK setup for x-kom once again. They've not... I don't think they've got out the AWP at all. So now it's down to x-kom to try and break this buy once again. Remember that NOREG, they lose all of that loss bonus that they've been accumulating over the last couple of rounds. If they can't take this one over the line, they need to rack up some rounds here. If x-kom can get up to 6, 7, 8 rounds, possibly even more, any more than 5 would be pretty decent, and then everything else is just a silver lining. Extra, cherry on the top, all of that. And we're looking here today at maybe NOREG. Oh, goes for that peek, and Goofy always able to capitalize on enemies' mistakes. Obviously going to find that frag, and it's straight through this smoke for x-kom as they're straight onto this side. Marcelius is likely going to get caught in the back here, but Croman saving his teammates. 2 through the smoke, Marcelius chipping in, and it's only Goofy left. His team absolutely eviscerated on the push. Man, Croman, he has been an absolute beast this series. He's right at the top of the scoreboard once again. 13 frags for him. And with 20 seconds left, Goofy, maybe just going to save. Maybe just count your lucky stars that you're alive.
Counter-terrorists win.
Another round for NOREG. Surviving with 4 players alive is the most crucial factor there as well. I'd like to see x-kom maybe take a couple more frags there, but now it's all about maybe trying to apply the pressure a little bit more. Ponchek can go for a buy regardless. Oh, and here's a tactical pause. x-kom, one of the big proponents of the tac. They love to go for these pauses, especially in these crucial moments, and it kind of does work out for them as well. One of the main teams that really go for these pauses online. Not a lot of teams really throw that in. I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw Ponchek drop an AK-47. Let's do the maths. He can drop... Yeah, he can drop an AK as well. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, he absolutely can. He can drop a Galil. So he's 400 away from dropping that AK-47. I'd like to see him drop a Galil or a UMP or something to his teammates. He's got that little extra bit of cash, and it's a Galil picked up. And Ponchek, you going to get nades? A Galil? What's the deal? We've still got a bit of time on this tac pause, so we're okay. How's chat doing? A couple of people typing one in the chat. We all know what that means. You dirty people. You dirty, dirty people. The energy drink question. Did the guy reply? I think he replied to me. I answered his question as well and he didn't reply. I'll try that again. JLRA 2010 says, yo, sup? Yo JLRA. Happy to see you here. Thanks very much for coming along. So, tactical pause stuck on the screen, of course. Bit of a bug. I think it goes at 0, so don't worry about that one too much. We'll get rid of that very, very shortly. And x-kom going to be going for this B-bomb site here. Just the straight-up execute. Oh, and Zevis is actually going to get the information. So they can actually... Oh, and he goes for another jump as well. So now he knows that there's a couple of players towards water. This push has to come through right now. And towards Barrel's going to drop that bomb. Big spray down there. Bits of damage. Croman has to back off. Croman's been the absolute anchor on both of these bomb sites. And there's another headshot. Back in for these final players. Croman can't actually land it, but Zevis almost certainly will be able to. An 8th for NOREG here, as this is certainly looking like a good performance. Wow, it stopped on 1 second. What a troll. What a trolly graphic. Pause over. Over. It's over. x-kom going for the pistols. Going to be moving these ones in towards the A site. The big problem for x-kom on this T side has been their inability to find frags on these eco rounds. The NOREG economy was able to spiral out of control. They would have had 1 or 2 extra ecos here. You can see Marcelius just lining up frag after frag. A couple of kills from Petitek there, but just mopped up by that AK-47. There's Zevis there as well. So NOREG's rotation seemed to be on point today. Gaining intelligence towards going for the pushes, outwards. They've been really making these ones work all over. And you can see it's NOREG staring down double digits for this first half. And that will be an acceptable opening half for NOREG. Exactly what we saw earlier from x-kom, but that was on the CT side of train, so you wouldn't be expecting to see that sort of a performance here. (9-5) being the scoreline, and x-kom really need to chip and chime their way through. Remember, with 1:20 left, they've got a lot of time, and it is going to be another B execute for them. So there's the intel again from Zevis. So now they can get the rotate in. He spotted 3 players there as well. So maybe not expecting that. Petitek going to actually spot out Zevis. Four versus 5. x-kom should be able to take control of this B site here, but the rotate comes through. They're playing this one exceptionally slowly. Remember that x-kom have lost a lot of the past few rounds, 4 in a row in fact. And then before their streak of 3, losing another 3 on top of that. So unfortunate stuff, but the push gonna come in the last couple of seconds on the B-bomb site, ticking that clock down to under 20. The Molotovs going to rain inwards. And now they have to go for these frags. Petitek with headshots. There's another one. This is pretty much half over now. It's going to have to be the clutch from Marcelius. Can't hit that second. It's the follow-up spray down from Petitek. An ace for him. Beautiful from them. And that's the half. So second half here, getting quickly into this one. 20 frags right at the top of the scoreboard there, sitting an ace in the final. Obviously, just a beautiful half for him overall. His team would be in absolute shambles if it wasn't for bo3 right now. Everybody else on just barely any kills. Look at that, 7-5, 4-2. He's got, I think, more kills than everybody else put together. What's that? 6, 11, 18. So yeah, he has. bo3's got 20 frags. The rest of x-kom have 18. And that's over the course of a half, which you really don't often see that disparity between certain teammates. bo3 really putting the whole of Poland on his shoulders right now. And God, is it heavy. Looking for his teammates to step up in this second half. They're going to pour into x-kom there. He has to back off around this corners. He's just holding this one quite narrow and shallow as they're going to push on through. Ponchek, good back angle there. Nobody going to really turn around just in time to be able to eliminate him. Now x-kom side angle on to Marcelius, who's able to find 2, putting kills on the board. Marcelius racking them up. Just Goofy left. Another 1 versus 2 for him. Was a 1 versus 3 in fact. But now he needs to break open this crossfire with the pistols. There's a headshot. Going for the follow-up, Goofy. What an insane play from him. Going even back for the CZ75 as well. Unbelievable. Goofy, what an absolute star. A stunning opening round from him. And that is x-kom right onto the scoreboard. They might be able to close this one up to at least 9-8. Of course, NOREG are going to have a buy round in the round after this one, but look at that first headshot. Just beautiful stuff from him. Nothing you can do about that. It's just too damn fast. 9-7. Kyrpa says, I've had 40 kills and a half in silver. No, my friend. No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Thanks for the squid in chat. Much appreciate it. NOREG going for the buy round straight away, deciding that they don't want to give any ground to x-kom in this one. I think that this is a mistake. I think you should be allowing x-kom this round and then going for a follow-up in the third, but they seem to have got quite lucky knowing that x-kom have 3 SMGs. Maybe NOREG even have a better buy here. Perhaps. Only 2 players towards the A side of things. x-kom holding quite a long angle with the UMP. I'd want to see him play a little bit closer with this SMG. See that a lot of the SMGs playing towards the B-bomb site as well. Marcelius trying to hold them over here. He's not going for the buy-up, instead just the CZ75. And, oh, there's a headshot, so he's going to keep players over here. Now the push comes through onto A, and bo3 has to be here to hold it down. There's a frag and a double spray down for bo3, who finally gets taken control of. But it's Goofy remaining. Another 1 versus 2 for him. Croman's right around this angle. Going to be able to spray him down. A 10th for NOREG. And that's just maybe complacency for x-kom. I really don't like when you allow your opponents to get the bomb down in the pistol. I don't like going for heavy SMGs in that second round. You kind of know that they're going to have rifles early, if not in the second round, in the third round. So you're going to have to go for that follow-up investment, which means that you're not going to be able to pick up additional money regardless. Yeah, it's a high-risk, high-reward strat, where if you do find the frags, then you're able to instant upgrade right from the MP9s, and you'll have money in your bank as well. You'll be on 6,000-7,000 by the time you get to that 4th round. Beautiful headshot from Ha. Straight up elimination. 4 versus 4 here. As the Scout and triple CZ75 is all x-kom have in this one against NOREG's B push. They've got a couple of smokes to go for this one. It'll be a wall of smokes, in fact. probably smoking off the majority of this site. I think they'll probably keep a smoke or two for the retake as well, but it's going to be a stack on the B bomb site for x-kom. They've got toilets control. TechSec knows that they're not coming towards this side of things, but it's just headshots galore. x-kom getting eliminated here. Ponchek trying to do his best, and he does chip away at a duo of players, but Ha's got this angle. He's already on a triple kill, and there's the smoke down. So that's pretty much round all said and done. TechSec trying to chip in as well. It's going to be 11-7 here. x-kom are going to have no money as well, so likely 12-7. I feel like NOREG probably on the track, steaming towards a third map, steaming towards Dust 2 as well. So, 11-7, $0 investment for the x-kom side. Just looking for a frag here. You're looking to drop one of the AK-47s. Of course, Zevis hasn't really got much of a buy here, but x-kom have been pretty bad in these rounds, all things considered. And once again, just getting mopped up by the AKs. Just soon left. Has to hit the double headshot with the P2000 here. And not going to happen. Marcelius eliminates. And that's 5 ahead for the Norwegians here. Look at this boost. I like this from x-kom. This is the team playing coordination that you want to see out of the Polish side. Finding that opening kill and really forcing these Ts to re-engage and re-evaluate their approach. Soon is down to 11 HP, so he is... Well, he has to be very cautious. Has to take a head glitch angle. But on overpass, a lot of these walls are paper thin, especially those towards the B side of things. And you can't really get away with being on 11 HP unless you really catch someone by surprise. I'd like to see them throw him aggressive and somebody else passive. He's going to be playing towards this side angle. And there's Croman, instant headshot inbound, and Ponchek, beautiful flashbang, and there's the third as well. Ponchek able to back off, but he annihilates the approach before it comes in. And Zevison eliminated as well by TechSec from heaven. And that is x-kom closing this gap ever so slightly. Remember, NOREG, they have a lot of money into these previous rounds. Here's the big spray down, and final bullet kill onto Croman. Bad coordination there for NOREG. They should have caught him. Croman should have turned around. Should have had all that information. Maybe he assumed that somebody was going to take care of TechSec in that situation, but, you know, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me and the whole of Norway. And fast push on towards this B-bomb site. All kills coming through for NOREG. This is a beautiful T site here. They've just switched this one on. x-kom going to be stuck with almost no money. They're going to be on 3,500 on 3 of their players, 1,500 on the other 2. So maybe saving these 2 rifles would be in order. There's the flash out soon, trying to do the damage, and there's another 2 dropped. So NOREG don't really want to concede all of these rifles here, but soon gets chased away. Decided to reveal himself instead of just go for the passive backtrack. Of course, you don't have to expose yourself on the back to A. He did. x-kom getting a little complacent here. And now NOREG taking the lead pretty dominantly. This is very likely going to be a third map here. Going to be steamrolling their way towards Dust 2. And this is for a spot in the semi-finals, remember, where money is on the line for all 4 teams there. Nades inbound. Petite takes that one to the chin. Very low on nades. You can see not a single Molotov for the x-kom side. So against a NOREG who have been hitting all their shots, now they have to rely on that not happening, and instead x-kom coming out on top of these Angels. You see Ponchak just very scatty, getting out nades and a knife, rotating about. Gets a good time in there. And Marcelius missing a lot of shots with that AK-47, usually known as an AWPer. He is an AWPer, in fact. And now Akez is going to be able to get this bomb down on the A site. Don't know how he snuck his way past there, but slipped his way through. And now a 1 versus 3. He's got a player towards long, and he's going to reveal himself. Straight up Angel, won by x-kom. But this is kind of poignant of a bigger issue. You would not normally be taking just an Angel there if you're Ponchak. You need to be playing this one a bit more calm. Waiting for your teammates, playing the 1 versus 3. I think the x-kom might be a little bit flustered right now.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
x-kom are going to be disappointed if they don't close this out 2-0. They've got 7. Needs to be 7 out of the next 8 to do it. They can't let NOREG take 2 or 3 rounds. That would mean overtime or the map win in its entirety. Molotov's through, and it's NOREG going for the track onto Fountain. See x-kom about to go for this peek out. I think they're waiting for the flash there, but they just peek straight through. There's no flash. Nobody takes any damage there, and it's a straight 2K for NOREG, and they pretty much have this A site at this point. Goofy's got to do it all, and it's only for 1, so x-kom getting crushed once again. Their overpass CT side has really not been anything to brag about. This has been one of the worst CT sides I've seen in a while. These 3 rounds that they won, it was the pistol. They couldn't find the follow-up. They're not chaining rounds together. That's the real problem right now for the CTs. Sounds like a lot of people in the chat want Dust too. Perhaps we'll be going to a 3rd map here today. Ponchak and Takzak. Obviously, this is a 3 best of 3 day. We're 8 hours into our broadcast here.
Terrorists win.
And 14-9 on the board. Six kills on both Soon and Takzak. They really haven't shown up to this game. T-Tech on 26. He's cooled down as of late. Only 6 frags this half to the 20 he found in the previous. So that's definitely him on a lower level here, but you've got to be looking at his teammates. You've got to be looking at Takzak and Soon, who only have 12 kills between them in 24 rounds. They're averaging 0.25 KDR. That's absolutely nothing. And they're making a lot of mistakes as well. This is what's extra. NOREG aren't really doing anything special here on Overpass. It's x-kom peeking out in the open, just standing around with their knives out, not really being ready for the engagements. See, Petite just stood out in the open there. You don't, like, there's a smoke there, but you don't have to stand right behind the smoke. Right around the corner, that would work, but he just going for these little peeks and picks. You see Ponchak here doesn't have to be playing this close to the angle. Can be found by an AWP, but wants to take the unnecessary risk. See, NOREG are going for these spray duels very commonly. Takzak looking away for just a second, able to pop back onto Heart. Now these frags have to come in. Marcelius just wrapping his way around. There's Akez as well. So 2 frags in a couple of seconds. x-kom not hitting those shots. And now Marcelius just looking towards heaven. has 2 on the board already. And now they're about to wrap their way in. Exposes his head for just a second. TechSec finally lands that shot. TechSec finally able to put that one on the board, so T-Tech actually on 28 kills now, so maybe if you step his game up as well to what he was doing in the first half, they could close this one out, but it has to be a long comeback. This smoke is actually meant for a B-rush, which is exactly what NOREG are planning right now. The Molotov's already inbound. That smoke is going to stop them from going for this push to have Merrily, but nobody's actually watching behind the smoke. Ponchek finally does nail it down. Goofy there for the backtrack as well, and the Molotovs are through. So NOREG slowing this one down. There were no flashes. There was no utility usage onto that B-bomb site. Barrels was still not Molotov, and with a full buy, you cannot do that. NOREG maybe relying on these shots a little too much, and now that gives a freebie to x-kom, and here's the follow-up. They're going to be against 3 Glocks, a P250, a Deagle there as well. So, 5 versus 4, and Marcelius with the back angle. No quick discipline there, but he is going to be able to find that first. Knows it soon is playing right around this corner. He's got support from TechSec though, so good team play from x-kom there to be able to wrap up that. You see Goofy's quick on the rotate as well. They've given away the B site completely, and Akez could actually slip his way through, but Ponchek rotating right back down just before it counts. And he's going to be able to catch Akez on the... Oh, he's maybe going to be able to get this bomb down here. Yeah, that's a plan. So, NOREG stealing away a bomb plan. Another big mistake made from x-kom. They've been making so many mistakes. I could bang my head against the wall right now. They really, really don't deserve this win. But a 12th round here. Maybe going to be Dust 2 if NOREG can find something here. x-kom have gained a little bit of cash over the last couple of rounds. They do need 4 in a row to close this one out. Overtime, a very real possibility as well. I think I'm expecting NOREG to take this one over the line. But a double up setup. This is a bit of a change-up for x-kom here. And that Molotov placed down. Petitek just standing in it. A lot of damage dealt. Smokes are down. x-kom not really conserving too much in the way of utility. Only the 2 smokes left. In fact, it's 3 smokes left. It's not too bad. They've got double Molotov as well on Petitek, and soon got a lot of counter flashes for this push to come in, most importantly. So it's likely going to be an A execute here. They've got 2 players over towards this side of the map, one of which being the AWP Petitek had towards Connector earlier on. x-kom aren't taking a lot of map control over towards toilets though. Something that they've been doing in the previous few rounds. Petitek blind shot and Croman's gone. That's the star player eliminated. The guy who's normally always at the top of the scoreboard. And these counter Molotovs in the last few moments. Marcelli just waiting for somebody to go for the jump peak, and the timing's terrible for him. He misses it, very unlucky on that one. Now they've got to push into x-kom. It's double ups here, and Marcelius going to try and line one up. There's a single. Akez as well, trying to trade it back. They're finding kills thick and fast, but with only 10 seconds. There's 1 bullet! Akez does find that 1 tap, and it's only Ponchek left. He gets eliminated as well. NOREG. It's map point for them. x-kom fall apart. They had 3, then 4 players over on the A site, but no support. They fell apart. And x-kom now need to make 3 in a row to take overtime. I feel like this map is NOREG all over. They seem to be far better. This looks like, well, it's a 15-12, so a close scoreline, but this could have easily been a 16-5. I think x-kom have even got lucky on a couple of these scenarios, these situations. So, AWP on Zevis, double AK-47 on Chrome and Ha. The rotate coming back up towards the A site for T-Tech. As Ha's likely going to be able to catch this one off guard. Looking for those headshots, looking for the cross angle. There's the follow-up smoke, so... NOREG with a couple of opportunities to close this one out. Closing hasn't really been their forte so far. There's Goofy with a nice spray down. Dennis misses that shot. And it's just Ha remaining, so... It's naded inwards. The frags that he finds from this aren't really going to matter unless it was all 5. So x-kom going to be able to have buy-ups for the rest of this game. Not saying much, obviously. NOREG going to go for the eco here. And then looking for a bit of OT for x-kom. Could certainly happen here. I don't think I've seen anything special on overpass from either team, so this one definitely is all open. Soon going to find that opening frag and backing off. This is a bit better from x-kom, taking advantages from the opening, but no sound there. And these pistols going to charge their way onwards. Goofy, big triple spray down. That's round over. NOREG get crushed there, lining up for the star Polish player. And now they're just 1 away from OT. Look at that beautiful lineup. Now, is it going to be OT or a 16-14 win? And Dust 2 for NOREG. I know Dust 2 is a very popular option for these teams, but this one could end early. Remember, it's going to be MR3 16K if x-kom can really take this one back. I think a 3 in a row to finish it off would put them in a very good place mentally. Soon holding back with the AWP. Waiting for players to rotate inwards, but you can see that they're just holding his angle, and it's an instant headshot for Croman. TechSec has to wait for reinforcements. He's stuck to the back of this bomb site. Hits another follow-up headshot. Perfect from him. 2 versus 3, or 3 versus 3 in fact, as T-Tech springs the trap from long. Now it's x-kom, the man advantage. Akez and Marsalius. Marsalius has been such a pivotal player with the AWP, but now he has to do it all. A 1 versus 3. There it is. The first, the second. Marsalius doing it all, but he doesn't manage to close it off. It's going to be overtime. Goofy saves the day, but Marsalius sent us all wailing for a second. And wow, his heart's got to be pounding. His head's got to be pounding as we find ourselves here in OT. x-kom with a pretty bad CT side, all things considered. Managed to find 9 rounds, but not off the back of a lot of the plays that they were really making. It was really just T-Tech stepping up at the last few rounds. TechSec managing to do something. Overtime going to resume with 16,000 on both teams. Remember, max rounds being 3 per side. We're looking for 19 rounds here to close this one out. x-kom obviously facing Dust2 if they lose it. If they can take it, they'll eliminate NOREG from the competition. They'll be going to the semi-finals here. And there's money on the line for 4th place. So they would be guaranteeing something for their pockets. And NOREG, it's all about clinging on. It's all about trying to get this to a 3rd map. Dust2 would be the first time that we've seen it in this series. It'd be the first time that we've seen it in this tournament. Obviously, Dust2 being a recent addition. This tournament just staying with the active duty map pool. Double AWPs for x-kom. Of course, with $16,000 each, you can surely afford it. They've got... Soon didn't even pick up a Molotov. I don't know why. Tech not going to get a Molotov either, apparently. Maybe overrated. And NOREG fast towards B. This is absolutely going to be a B take here. The nades come through, but no flashes. Ponchek not blind for this one, and it's an easy spray down. Texec there to chip in, and NOREG absolutely crushed. It's going to be just Zeves left. 1 versus 4. And I think he just got his knee spotted by Ponchek here. He's on 7 HP, but it's a quad kill in overtime for Ponchek. Earlier, he was nearing the bottom of this scoreboard, but look at this. No flashes from NOREG. He's supposed to pop one through the smoke. Texec there. Texec did maybe the majority of the damage. We've been trashing on him for some time, but he's really recovered from that second half. Remember, he was on 6 frags, maybe 10 rounds ago. Now he's on 17, so maybe even less than that, perhaps. Soon, holding it down the AWP. Nice spray down from Croman. That's an angle that you don't want to be sitting in if you're a CT. It's such a dangerous position to play. And it shows that x-kom maybe don't know this map as well as Train, for instance, where it's like you wouldn't be going for those sort of peaks. He was just sat there in a choke point. Now x-kom going to be eliminated all across the board. Just Ponchek left. And he is 1 versus 5. It's going to have to be a 500 HP clutch. And Zeves is closing into his position as well. There's the start. Didn't even go for this one, so there's 0 point in saving, by the way. There's they've got 10 to 15,000 on all of their players. He's going to actually even be max cash, but maybe keeping the AK instead of the M4, but I don't buy that justification whatsoever. He should have bought a kit as well. Just so many amateurish mistakes being made. I hate to see it. In overtime, I want to see all 5 players with kits. Where's the kit, Ponchek? Where's the defuse kit? There it is. So finally going to buy it up. I'd even want to see Texec and Tech get upgraded pistols out. It's the last round of overtime. Go the full hurrah. Especially when you're M4 and you don't have unlimited ammo. That can sometimes be the make or break factor in a lot of these maps. And right here, that would be the make and break factor in this series. NOREG, fast up long. You can see that Zeves is just trying to charge this one down. No shots taken. And now that means that they're going to back off towards the A site. Lots of damage done onto Tech there as he was chased away back towards the A site. Croman nails a fast headshot, so this T side really wanting to put this on the board soon. Obviously, he can't see what we can see from the X-ray there. Just peaks coming through. Blind peaks as well from x-kom. Now, the spray there has to come through. Texec. Oh, 3! That's unbelievable. All 3 frags for him. And soon, oh, he misses the shot. Stares to follow up with the deagle. But it's just x-kom left. He's stuck in a horrible position. And in a 1 versus 2, x-kom might have just saved the day. But x-kom here, oh, gets his head blown off. It's going to be x-kom on 17 rounds. That gorgeous spray down. x-kom might, oh, we bashed on him earlier, but he might have just saved the day here in overtime. What an outrageous play. We're looking for 19 rounds here, and both teams can do it here. Obviously, x-kom needing 2 more. NOREG needing a flawless CT half right now. So, ticking away. T-Tech didn't find a single frag that half of overtime, but so it's 3 rounds. But for a star player, you want to see him consistently performing. Right now, we're really seeing those other 3 players step up. Goofy, Ponchek, and x-kom in the middle of the scoreboard, all are on and around 20 kills. For NOREG, it's all 5 players stepping up. Right now, Soon hasn't really had much of an effect on the scoreboard. And they're not even going to give him the AWP. They're not going to give him anything here. It's just going to be the 5 rifle setup for Team x-kom. As looking for 2 more rounds. That nade doesn't pop. And it allows Ponchek straight out without taking any damage. I don't know if the CTs are going to necessarily know this. Going to just take this corner fast. Sometimes an ult posted here. But x-kom taking control of Fountain early. And x-kom being the player very far advanced up. You can see how he's playing around the corner here. He isn't just standing behind the smoke waiting to get shot at. Overpass is all very much about these initial duels. x-kom's dropping the bomb now. Marcelius with a pick in as well. x-kom's just going for more and more. There's T-Tech left. He's able to put 3 on the board, but he's got very low HP. And this 1 versus 2 would have to be out of this world. And Zevs is able to finish him off. So level playing field. NOREG 17-17. And 1 away from taking us to map point for Dust 2. Soon getting out this AWP this time. Not doing such in the previous. Maybe not feeling too confident. It's a telltale sign when your AWPer doesn't want to get out the AWP. In overtime when you've got $16,000 when he's got every reason to. And it's not like they performed a tactic that he really needed an AK-47 for. Best AWPers in the world can make those situations work, can make any situation work with the AWP. Now he's got it. x-kom's playing towards long, maybe waiting for a supportive flash here. Playing very close to the corner. Waiting for Marcelius to take this shot. x-kom should get shut down if they come through now. They need to bait Marcelius away. And there's the 1. Oh, Ponchek able to trade it up. So a little tag of damage onto him. And with the clock ticking down, going for the 2-2 setup. They're actually going to push right into x-kom here. So spray down on the first. No. Oh, there's the re-engagement from Ha. x-kom should have maybe been ready for somebody to re-engage. But that didn't happen. And now Ponchek close to this smoke. Kroman just holding it back. And there's the headshot. Instant kill from Kroman. With the bomb held back, there didn't seem to be much of a game plan for x-kom here. They're just sitting on the map and waiting for the clock to tick down. We're at 20 seconds here, and the bomb is still very close to T-spawn. Now, T-Tech making his way up. They're playing a very individualistic game of CS. I don't even know if they can get the bomb into this site in time. So T-Tech there, going to drop that smoke down. Kroman, instant headshot once again. This is round over. No way that this bomb's going to be able to go down. Croman finds all 3 there. So map point for NOREG. Going to be making their way to Dust 2 if they can find this one. Very likely here. We've seen x-kom crumble and a pause from them. What is this? Is this attack? This is attack. They like to be putting these... Oh, I think they've used all of their tactical timeouts. And they have. x-kom tried to sneak that one through. I don't know if they knew that that one came in. And that's got to frustrate x-kom slightly. They called that. They didn't have time to talk through, to chill off properly. Probably going to be hot-headed into this one. There's that aggressive Fountain Molotov again. And a little bit quicker than x-kom through it, in fact. Slow setup from the poles. And then looking at double overtime here will be the second map of the day. We've seen a double overtime performance. Dust 2 very likely, I feel, as Hard does not get caught out there. They're the kind of flashes as well. They're trying to make their way in, but they're being crushed. NOREG just losing none of these engagements. x-kom just looking for these final pickups. They're being shut down and only 2 players left. It's Soon and Ponchek remaining. Just Soon, 1 versus 3. Not the best performance from x-kom here. Not sure how the hell they even really got to overtime, but Marcelius is going to finish him off, and that is 19-17. So we're going to be going to Dust 2 very, very shortly. I'm a bit disappointed with x-kom there. I thought that they maybe would bring a little more to the table, especially on that, well, on both sides of the map, in fact. But it's a 1-1 performance. We're going to Dust 2. It's the first time that we've seen it in the GOCASE challenge. Be right back here in 10 minutes. We'll be going live with that one. See you very soon.
picture in my mind. You wanna leave it all behind. In a world that's turning all the time, nothing could stop me longing for your eyes. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be alone.
a new emotion that's ever enough, and you can't deny it's real, 'cause there's no deeper oh baby, yeah. 'Cause there's no deeper love than what we're feeling. There's no deeper
Ready to the GOCASE challenge. I'm Squidz. Yes, you're joining me live from Hamburg. Yeah, you at home, you're joining me live from Hamburg. We're here for the final map of the day. We're really finishing this time. It's Dust 2 to close things off. The first time that we've seen Dust 2 in this tournament. Interesting stuff. We're going live in the knife round right here, right now. So let's jump into that. And we're going to have some great CS, I feel. We've got, if we open the mini-map, you can see, obviously, the new Dust 2. You see everything here. It's going to be the knife round here. Of course, making their way through. I'm not sure about what sided this is. I think it's probably just very similar to old Dust 2. Where we'll see a pretty similar state of affairs. That score at the top, of course, it's not correct. This is 1-1 here today. It's not 1-0. It's obviously a best of 3, and this is the final map after both teams taking their respective map picks. x-kom taking theirs. Much more convincingly than NOREG, though. That could be a sign to come here. I think that x-kom, in terms of the firepower is concerned, been a lot better. I think that NOREG just outclassed this x-kom side on Overpass in particular. On Dust 2, very different state of affairs. We're approaching 11 o'clock in the evening here in Germany. This is, I think, what's that, 9 hours in to our broadcast today. Thank you so much for joining us here on this, what's it, Tuesday night? It's a Tuesday night. maybe we'll get through to Wednesday. So a pistol round and a very slow start from NOREG. Only just leaving T-spawn. As perhaps expecting x-kom to make a mistake, push at mid, do something crazy or quirky. And they are allowed to sneak all the way onto shorts and should probably be facing Petitek very soon. You can see x-kom, they're going to find this out in the next couple of seconds. The nades pop, and now they have to take care of them on this headshot angle. Goofy only nailing the one headshot though. Marcelius doing the damage. It's soon to try and chip back. They're all peeking him, and he's able to find a second. This is a 3 versus 2. It's Marcelius likely going to be able to get that bomb plant on the A bomb site. Dropped inwards. There's TechSec headshot inbound. And another one, a follow-up, a pistol round for x-kom once again. I think they've taken all 3 of these opening pistol rounds, in fact.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
So, second round here. And NOREG just edging the way down towards the bottom of mid, making sure they're getting up close and personal with the smoke's down early. It's NOREG getting straight out towards mid. You'd usually be seeing, in the old iteration of Dust 2, a player down in CT spawn to be able to counter this, but no player on the boost. And Ha's going to be able to find that first headshot here. Ponchek waiting for this smoke to dissipate, and he's straight into tons. We're seeing classic Dust 2 tactics here today. And this bomb plant, hello? Is that a bug? I'm not sure. Not sure where that bomb is actually going to find itself, but Ponchek here trying to just distract, divert attention. And with that smoke down, they've got to be cautious of this side angle as well. The push coming in here. The flash over. And Croman's going to find 1 and 2. Both headshots there. Just soon left, and it's going to be Croman to finish it off. What a triple kill. What a beast on the B bomb site. Beautiful follow-up round. That's a second on the board. Yeah, let's just look at that again. From all angles, he's being swarmed in. And wow, what a perfect 3-piece there. Croman on his way in. Obviously, the AK-47 in hand, and he's going to find another one. More and more kills from the Norwegian star. Is Ha's going to be able to chip in, chip through, and soon trying to find one of these tags. Not going to happen. So 1 to 2 here, NOREG managing to shut down on the scoreboard. Remember, we've seen a couple of turbulent halves from x-kom, predominantly their CT sides, or an overpass where there's a little bit more space. Dust 2, there's quite a bit of space as well. Maybe we'll see a similar state of affairs soon from long range, just trying to chip through this smoke. Oh, looked like that could have been a frag, but Petite going to nail it up instead. Soon, just looking for this angle. Could have taken the shot there. Not sure if the smoke actually fades as low as we see on our screen. Looked like an easy shot, but I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt. I think that scout probably couldn't see anything there. Croman from behind, though, just rattles his way through. And there's a third as well. Another 3K for Croman. He has started this map off fantastically well. Croman again, another headshot. It's x-kom being fended off here in the 5th. Ponchek trying to chip back in. There's a fast Molotov outbound, and Akez going to toast in those flames. It's just Goofy and Petite left. Flash in. There's an aid as well. Zeva's just playing quite close to this smoke. Needs to get this bomb down here, but I'd like to see x-kom actually just push through as that bomb was being dropped and planted, but there's a follow-up smoke grenade, and Goofy going to be held out of this site for even longer. Now, how are they going to break into this one? Zeva's actually catches the head of Petite there, but doesn't shoot. Caught with a knife out. There's another Molotov. Actually going to extinguish, so Goofy not going to be on the receiving end of that as the smoke extinguishes. We've got to deal with Marcelius here. Zeva's chips in. And that is a 4th for NOREG. They are looking good here on Dust 2. It's new iteration, obviously. Not too much time. Smokes in. Petite, he's got this angle with the deagle. You can see the shadows popping before the players, and there we go! 3 frags! Unbelievable, that third, a collateral at that. Petite just absolutely slaughtering. 3 players, could have been a 4th. I'm out of breath. Marcelius down to 55 HP. And now they have to make their way in. It's Croman from behind to... Oh, missing these shots, that's uncharacteristic. Now with the bomb down, it's these Deagles doing a lot of damage. Petite, give that man a pat on the back. Soon over the smoke, as the Molotov whizzes on by. Whizzles past his head. Right onto Goose. He's going to be playing Pinsett on this A-bomb site. Look at this. Another shot, this time with the Deagle as well. As Marcelius' position is all said and done, Goofy's going to be able to take his head right off of his shoulders, plucks him straight up, and that's a 2nd for x-kom. Just look at this from Petite, lining them up. Just picture perfect deagling there. And very close to the quad kill as well. So, oh, this is a tech pause. Is that a new tech issue? I think they got 10 minutes to sort out the tech. That's a long time. We got to sit here for 10 minutes and wait for this, perhaps. It's funny. Anyway, right. What is the tech pause? What's it? Oh, problem with keyboards. See, you know what's funny? I cast a lot of games where they have problems with their mice and keyboard. I've played like 5,000, 6,000 hours of CS and never ever had a problem with my mouse or keyboard. It seems to be far more... What are they doing with these keyboards? They're so... I see this every third game or something, a tech pause keyboard problem. And even if you like extrapolate out the numbers and say, it's like that's like 30 people and you're just one person, it's way more frequent than 30 times. Because in 5,000 hours, I've had it once. Or can't remember. I've never wanted to take a tack because of my keyboard. You also hear plane. They're hearing a plane and helicopters? What the hell is going on? In sand? It's just Poland, Afghanistan. That's just funny. Said this outside his house. I like that. It's funny. Is there a plane going on in the map? We can't hear on the GoTV, but maybe they've got a bug. Judging by previously on Overpass, x-kom don't really use sound. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Technical pause continues. And we're waiting for... Who are we waiting for? I don't know who we're waiting for. Are we waiting for a plane to land? Feels like it. Certainly does feel like it. So, there's an unpause. Both gonna unpause. Pause cancelled. Let's go. That's too much fun. Have fun, have fun, have fun, have fun. It's too much. That crossover towards mid hasn't been abused by either team yet. Nobody really taking that mid duel. Marcelius just waiting on it. You can see Akers holding right behind. There's smoke. Just the default for NOREG, with the exception of somebody towards long, soon with a nice fast shot. Wasn't playing with the AWP earlier, but this time, oh, get shot in the face. Hard with a nice entry frag. Good pick. And remember, this is the final map of 3 best of 3s here today on ELC Gaming TV. We're casting the GOCASE challenge. And 1:10 left. This clock ticking down. Shots left, right, and centre. And it's, you know, Petitek losing that one. Well, there's Akez again. NOREG really coming alive on this T side and shutting down x-kom in consecutive bouts.
Terrorists win.
So, 2 to 5 on the board. Double up setup for x-kom. This is exactly what they really want to put into practice. Soon's AWP, it's been pretty decent. We've not seen x-kom get out a double up setup in either of these previous maps. Texec hasn't been known for his AWPing, and there's one onto Zoom. There's one of the AWPs gone, but Petitek's deagling has been absolutely picture perfect towards long. Marcelius going to be finally able to find that second man right behind these enemy lines, and a big gap in the x-kom defense here. They're able to just sneak on through. There's another frag, this time onto GOCASE. They've got both bomb sites here. And that all closing in. Hard, gonna be eliminated. Now this 2 versus 2, very doable as Petitek from top of mid able to rotate inwards. TechSec with another one. They're just feeding him right now. And Marcelius, last alive, has to be worried about Petitek from behind. He's not hearing him either, so he's going straight out towards mid, and Petitek now knows he's gone through this smoke. He's going to dart back through, and surprise, surprise, Marcelius gone. I'm absolutely certain that Petitek did make noise there behind him, but not heard. All pipe for Marcelius. Marcelius got, I think he's just going with the pistol. This classic long rush for x-kom. It's, oh wow, they're not going to be able to deal with it. Marcelius finds that opener. Now it's Croman straight out towards long. These smokes are going to get dropped, and Ponchek's still staying on the B-bomb site. I do feel like they've got enough information to rotate off of this one, but their communication seems like a bit of a problem here today. NOREG destroy the 4-man A site hold, and it's only Ponchek remaining. Ponchek with another. Just the first of this round. Trying to do some economical damage to this NOREG side. You can really see that they haven't got much money. You'll see after this round, they've got 3,600 on their lowest players and up towards 4,000 or 5,000. So that's one round's worth. Not having to invest in this next is going to be incredibly important. And only one rifle pickup for this NOREG side. Zevis has to invest into that one. Don't know if he's going to get it dropped. I think he will. Aka's going to drop that one. They're just leveling out that cash, making sure they're all on an even playing field. And x-kom going to buy up around this. It's going to be the solid B rush from 3. Croman straight inside. Ponchek gets fully flashed up on the onslaught. And the assault is over. NOREG going to claim control of that B-bomb site. Marcelius there, just on the cross. He is cautious about the back angle as well. Flashes on through from Petitek. You can see, Marcelius missed a couple of shots. There's another one missed. When will he hit one? There we go. Finally nails it. Petitek eliminated. Obviously, this is the third map of our third series of the day. 1,400 people here to watch this Dust 2. What's that name? Hager says, is Dust 2 CT or T-sided? I have no idea, my friend. I'm thinking this is a pretty 50-50 map, just based off past experience, but we haven't really found that out just yet. It's looking T-sided right now. I'd say it's slightly T-sided. It really depends who you are. Some teams, I would say, definitely prefer the CT side. I think that's what makes Dust 2 pretty good. And Ponchek just playing behind the smoke, and oh, it's the headshots! There's an AK-47 out! Ponchek shutting NOREG down this round. Absolutely annihilated there. GOCASE just trying to put some follow-up frags on the board. This is a 2 versus 4 with a bomb down on the B-bomb site. This is not looking good for NOREG. Ponchek is just smoke after smoke. He's able to pick it up off the dead players' bodies and pop them off. There's another Molotov there. And it allows x-kom to rotate a bunch of people towards the back of this B-bomb site. They've got 3 players over. And soon just still playing on the A site. Needs to be that reinforcement. He's playing on short, knows that this is going to be the BX key here. There's a shot, and oh, they are picking them apart! 3 frags in 3 seconds! And that's maybe the round over. Soon with only a P2000, has to eliminate Marcelius first, and he has got the back angle here. There's the AK pick up, Marcelius isn't going to hear it. There's the first, and Marcelius does rack up that final shot. It's an 8th round for NOREG, a great 2 versus 5 there. And these headshots hit, the crossfire established. That's what makes NOREG so dangerous. Headshot there, and a follow-up. This is a buy round for x-kom, but they're being ragdolled in the opening portions. Come back there, as a couple of kills do come through. 3 versus 2 now. As NOREG don't have much grind, but oh, Goofy just stands up and takes it. Just x-kom remains. And there's a first. What's Zevis saying? If I'll fix this game, what's the problem? So, I want to know what Zevis' problem is now. I'm really intrigued. I want to know what's going on. Is it the sound? Is it the helicopter noises? Are they just crazy? Oh, love the Molotov to force T-Tech out there. That's another frag, and now he's going to have to be worried about this cross, and he's boxed it! Another kill! 1 versus 4 for x-kom. And x-kom, they can't catch a break. These have been close rounds as well. x-kom really struggling. Going to be going for a fast push towards long, but you can see that NOREG, they're set up to be able to deal with this one. There's a Molotov and nades popped in as well. Not going to quite reach TechSec, who's playing back in this angle. Goofy, surprise, surprise, top of mid, but it's easy go. Man, NOREG. They are not happy, despite being ahead. See Zevis just jumping around. He's actually got the bomb on his back as well. TechSec could have easily popped out there, but both players towards A long. There are the smokes, and it's going to be an easy cross. x-kom could have went down there. Shots to his left and right, despite him being on 6 HP, but going to be double-digit rounds for NOREG, and this could just be a shutdown here on Dust 2. We've not seen a map quite this convincing today. Zevs and x-kom clean up. That's a 10th round for NOREG. Good half so far from them, as they've really just got this one more buy round to contend with. Remember that x-kom even took this pistol. So this is very similar to their performance on the CT side of Overpass. Losing players early. Haar's going to be able to trade it back, and there's the back angle from x-kom. This timing just unreal, uncanny. And now it's whether x-kom even want to go for this one. Zevis doesn't really get caught out, and it's just the headshots from him. The headshots from hell. T-Tech with the AWP, wanting to save it. The only rifle they have to use in this next. Obviously, 3,400 loss bonus accumulated. Not too bad. But if he loses this AWP here, he won't be able to invest in another one. Nobody has enough money to go for that one. And he's being sandwiched from CT and long, being tapped away. And There's the next shot. Oh, I might as well go for this. They can buy up whatever on all 5 players as well, but really doesn't want to lose the AWP and actually does back off, so AWP saved for x-kom. Oh, the spray down mid, sometimes very brutal. It's the first time that we've seen it so far this game. Nice Molotov inbound. Stops GOCASE. He was certainly going to go for the straight on push onto the B site there, but halted by that Molotov. And the incendiary does hold him back. There's another follow-up incendiary. There's the AWP dropped. Ponchek's going to be able to pick that one up. And now a 3 sniper rifle setup with one of these scouts picking up the bulk of the load. There's the headshots from Goofy. And now it's a B-site take. 3 versus 4. NOREG still should hold the advantage in this one. But with GOCASE and Severs very low, they are teeter-tottering on going down. Ha's got this angle. And he actually spotted out the gun barrel there. So Ponchek going to take this quick shot, but gonna miss, and Ha able to capitalize. GOCASE stuck over in the corner, gets fully flashed up, hits that headshot, and this is what makes the B site so difficult to get the retakes in on. You've got so many angles to watch. Textec does hit another headshot, nice at that, but it's 12-3 at the half. This is a dominating scoreline. Second half here, no teams really wanting to slow the pace of this game. Something kind of interesting for x-kom there is previously they've been using a lot of tactical timeouts. They've been thinking about the game. This time they didn't, and they find themselves 3-12 down at the end of the half. And this pistol round could end absolutely everything. NOREG, I think that they'll probably just be going for 2-3 players on the B site here. That's what I'd like to see. And you can see x-kom just going for the standard. There are 3 players holding towards the B side of things. These peaks coming through. Marcelius trying to take the long-range duel there. And it's, soon in Ponchek to rattle players away from tons. Lower taking control of, and there's another headshot here. This B site pretty much compromised. You've only got Marcelius to really deal with here, and he's gonna probably be finished off here. Ponchek hits that shot, so 1 versus 3, and Ponchek just assassinates him. Long range, x-kom with another pistol. That's both pistols won, but you wouldn't know it looking at the scoreboard. If I said to you, tell me the team who won both pistols, lots of people would get it wrong just based off the score, even if you watch the game. So now x-kom have to convert one of these rounds. It's full flash in, and GOCASE only going to find the one as x-kom do trade back 3. 2 versus 4 here. It's Marcelius and Ha trying to chip their way back in. Nice shots from Petitek. And this has been somewhat of a cleanup. There's TechSec to finish it off. Quick round there from the poles. Up onto 5. And keeping many players alive as well. That's what's really important about that. You want to keep as many of the rifles in play as possible. No damage done, no real reinvestment. Only the MAC-10 picked up into this 18th. And now NOREG. What are you going to do some damage? Full buy didn't work out. And now it's... Oh, the perfect flashbang once again. Roman going to be able to rack up a shot with the USPS. 3 players still going. Now just the one. Akaz very lonely towards the bottom of mid, only with the USP as well, so trying to close this distance. And they only lose the MAC-10 as well, so a weapon that I wouldn't advise on them keeping into this 19th. So x-kom, they close the gap ever so slightly from 3-12 to 6-12. It's the start that they need. So, 5 M4 set up for NOREG. No AWP on any of these 5 players. And x-kom just edging their way in and closer. Just trying to take the straight spray duel. Marcelius, normally with the AWP, but doing a bit of damage with the M4 this time. TechSec and Goofy both surviving on 27 and 44 apiece. See Ponchette being the pincer towards bottom mid. Going to catch Zevis in the back there. Just Croman towards mid, trying to do some damage, but he's now got the AK-47 and soon is right on this angle. Easy shot for him. And it's almost a cleanup. This could be a 1 versus 3 for Alec. Remember, these 2 players have been tagged frightfully low. TechSec actually forced out into the open as well, so just dart back in, and that's a 7th for x-kom. Likely going to be an 8th as NOREG. Oh, HP last 2, both red. So I wouldn't be asking that. That's often a tilt moment when you're asking for players' HP. I'd always be looking ahead instead of behind. But unfortunately not. Croman going to be able to find one with the CZ towards the top of mid. It's obviously down to NOREG to close this map out. Oh, it might be the Deagle to do it. Akaz here, lining up headshots. Oh, misses a couple onto Soon, who does close this distance. He's tapping away with the AK-47, but he's all out of ammo. Has to go for the reload. Now backtrack. And Soon and TechSec do chip in. Oh, CZ long range. This is not the great utility for this weapon. Tries to grab the rifle. Couldn't find it. Tried to clamber for that AK-47. But Soon and TechSec taking... yeah, good angles. This should be a good crossfire. Croman going to be baited in by the 1 and finished off by the 2nd. You see they both peek out simultaneously. And it's 8-12 as we approach the money rounds here. Remember, a spot in the semi-finals awaits one of these teams, and both really fighting tooth and nail here today. Oh, and there's Croman dropping 1 down. With the double orb setup here, might be the change of pace that NOREG needs. x-kom just held back right now, remember. That we are approaching the end of our day of broadcast. Hitting that shot soon, just with the sniper rifle. It's Marcelius to try and hold this one down. They've got to dart through these smokes, but there's a bomb down, and these flashes are perfect. Hara and Marcelius do chip it through, and it's a 1 versus 4 for Ponchek. He is stuck in no man's land. Easy shot for Croman. We often see him wreck players, and here today, he's been at the top of the scoreboard or near the top of the scoreboard for pretty much the last 4 hours here. It's been a very long series, but x-kom need to chip some rounds on the board here. They're stuck down on 8-13, and the flash is absolutely perfect. x-kom only able to put one down. Did lose the support from x-kom there. I'd like to see the double peek instead. Looks like coordination slightly off. And instead, x-kom just going for the standard setup. You've got one towards long, one towards mid, two in tunnels. And this is pretty much a standard fake. See Har with an AK-47 being the only player on this B site, but with the bomb rotating down lower, might be the mid take, might just be an A split. I think they're probably going to get onto short and just go for the A site here. Minute on the board. There's another from Zevis, just locking it down. x-kom as well. Has that all locked in. Ponchek and Soon, last two alive, and the head is spotted out of Ponchek. He is being rattled away at by Long, and now they need to make this 2 versus 3 happen. It was a 2 versus 4. Ponchek stuck on the A site here, has to fight his way off. Throws that smoke down, short range, but he's got a bit of support from Soon, who gets caught by the side. Great round from NOREG. That support from short didn't come very early in the round, just because they wanted to divert the attention to catch those players off guard and to the side. They wanted to throw a couple of nades up ramp onto the A site, divert your attention towards long, so then the short prod has more impact, and it did exactly that. 14 on the board for NOREG. And a double AWP setup once again. x-kom, he is such a beast. And with the AWP, you cannot ever count him out. Early toss of the smoke towards the A site. You usually be seeing a player conserve that smoke for the final 30-40 seconds, but x-kom and Marcelius have smokes of their own. Going to be one on the B site, one on the A site. You see Marcelius toss that one out as you hear and see the mid presence. Now it's all if x-kom can hit the shots. There are going to be a couple of counter flashes in here as x-kom does put one on the board. There's x-kom as well. Ponchek trying to chip this one back, but they are losing players all across the board, and Ponchek fully flashed goes down. Just Goofy left, and he's going to be eliminated as well. Another round on the board for NOREG. They have to find 1 out of the next 7 to make this to the semi-finals. x-kom looked great on train earlier, but their map pool, it's really not where it should be. And they might be on the verge. They're on the ropes being eliminated. The verge being eliminated by NOREG here today. And it'll be NOREG through to the semis of the GOCASE challenge, taking a slot of this $10,000 prize pool. 3 kills stand in NOREG's way, and one of which is Ponchek, who has that scout just looking for these shots. Fast and furious. Final 2 players here. Texex salvages that M4A4. Going to be, eliminated by x-kom there. Straight frag. GG. Petitex even leaving the server right now. They are not happy about this one. Wow. He has not got much faith in his teammate. You see the question marks coming in chat. I'd be questioning that one. That's not great sportsmanship. And that is the game. He was right, I guess. I guess it was GG, but obviously you want to be staying in the server just for your team morale, just when you get into the next game and think, nah, man, we're all buddies, we're all a unit. Either way, 3 out of 3 series down. We have one more quarterfinal to go. That's going to be coming at 2 o'clock tomorrow, CEST. So make sure you're there for that. Thank you so much for joining us here today on ELC Gaming TV. We're going to be back here, same time, same place tomorrow for some more Counter-Strike. We've got the quarterfinal, the final quarterfinal, and then the semis to come over the week. We're going to be finishing the GOCASE with a grand final on the Saturday. So we've got so much more to come. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow, as I just said, CEST, 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the final quarterfinal. So make sure you're there. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much. Night, everybody. Night.